Hi, I'm Becky Canis, the Director of the 100,000 Homes Campaign for Community Solutions. Thank you for taking a minute out of your busy schedule to get an update on the campaign. So far, 114 communities have joined, and together they have housed over 12,000 of their most long-term and vulnerable homeless neighbors in permanent homes. Over 50 communities have done registry weeks, mobilizing more than 4,000 volunteers to go out and survey those most in need. Our quality assurance partners, the Center for Urban Community Services, just completed an analysis of the first 18 months worth of data for all the campaign communities, and I have some good news and some bad news. Good news is that some communities are actually on track to end homelessness in time for the federal plan opening doors July 2015. The bad news is most communities that participate in the campaign are actually not on track to end homelessness in their communities or to meet the goals laid out in the federal plan opening doors. We think together we can do something about that. We've identified 5 key outcomes that we can all work on together to address homelessness. First, we want to help every campaign community make sure that they know every single person experiencing homelessness by name with enough information about them to triage them into appropriate housing option. Second, we want to help make sure your community has sufficient access to mainstream resources such as Section 8 and VASH. Third, we want to help you get to where your housing placement process, from the first outreach contact to the day they move into permanent housing, takes no more than 30 days. We want to help every community get well on its way to actually meeting the goals of the federal plan opening doors, and then together we still want to make sure that 100,000 of the most vulnerable homeless people in America are in permanent homes. So how do we get there? For starters, we hold on tight to the core beliefs that launched this movement in the first place. We believe that every community in America can end homelessness through creative grassroots and community-based efforts. We've seen firsthand that local communities are rich sources of innovation, and that the federal and state government should actively seek out and respond to their voices when setting policy and allocating resources. We believe in doing whatever it takes to get homeless people into permanent housing, no matter what new resources or strategies we have to identify along the way. We believe in systematically targeting the most vulnerable people in our streets for permanent housing in order to help communities save lives and save public money. And we believe that no rule, system, or process is sacred. If it isn't helping move more homeless people into housing more quickly, let's get rid of it or let's fix it. The data makes one thing clear. If we're going to meet these goals, we need to start doing some things differently. So that's why, starting on March 1st, you'll see the following changes adapted to the campaign. One, we're going to give ourselves one more year, and this is so that we can reach more communities and so that system changes can take root more deeply. So the campaign will go through July 2014. Secondly, we're going to ask communities to let us know not only how many vulnerable people they moved into housing each month, but also how many chronically homeless people. And that's vulnerable and chronically homeless individuals and families. And this is so that we can align ourselves more closely with opening doors. Third, we're going to encourage each community to set a goal to house 2.5% of their chronic and vulnerable population each month. And this is the number of people you need to move in each month so that you can actually be on track to ending homelessness in your community. And we're going to make our trainings more accessible and more easy for you to attend and remove any barriers. And if you've not yet been to a Registry Week boot camp or a housing placement boot camp, I want to encourage you to reach out to us and get yourself to the next one you possibly can. And then finally, we're going to be aggressively advocating at the national level with our partners for all the systems changes that you need at the local level to be more effective. If we can embrace these changes fully, we will fundamentally alter the way America responds to homelessness. If you'd like to learn more about any of these things I've talked about, please reach out to your field organizer or go to our website. I'm so grateful to be on this journey with every one of you, and I look forward to seeing you in person sometime soon. Thanks a lot.